Tons and tons of shows get released daily.
It's too much! It's too much!
Many of which go mostly underrated or completely undiscovered by the majority of people. So, to save you all the effort and time trying to find a new show to watch, or if you just need to kill some time, I spent a few days compiling a list of shows that you may have not heard about and you should probably check out. All of these shows I have watched myself and think you may enjoy them too.
Will you trust me?
And I will try my best to avoid any direct spoilers as best as I can. This list is gathered from no one particular source and from all over the place from almost every major network or streaming service available that I can find. And before we begin, just a brief disclaimer.
I'll be real quick.
Some of these shows may have been cancelled, not renewed yet, or have finished fully, but who knows, maybe if enough people are talking about them, they may come back and continue on. For these shows, I chose to include them because they were still really good shows that I enjoyed, and I think you will too. Some of these shows are not English made, but they do have dubs or subtitles if you are wanting them, so you can still enjoy them in whatever language you choose. And of course, this list is in no particular order or ranking. Lastly, there's many shows that are not on this list that should and could be added, and if you all like this type of video, I will continue to make them to save you all the time. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into it.
Well, it's about damn time!
Starting this list off is a show called Archive 81. This show from Netflix sadly only had one season back in 2022, and it's based off of a podcast with the same name. It follows an archivist, I think that's how you say that, who is tasked to restore damaged videotapes from 1994. The tapes become eerily real as he investigates the disappearance of a documentary filmmaker and what happened to her. It follows him slowly discovering what happened to her through these found footage tapes. This show slowly unravels the mystery of her investigation into the Visser apartments and its residents' connections to a ritualistic cult and a demonic entity.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
If you are into found footage horror, mysteries, cults, demonic monsters, and maybe a bit of time travel, this is a show that you will definitely enjoy. While it does have a slight slow build-up, it will definitely have you wanting more by the end of it. Unfortunately, it only got one season due to a lack of viewership and performance on Netflix, so they decided to pull the plug and cancel season 2. Another show that I really do hope comes back at some point. A show based off of the novel from Liu Cixin. I am so sorry if I am butchering that pronunciation. This show has a bit of a slower pickup. However, as the show progresses, it seriously gets pretty damn good and mysterious. I can't really explain it all that well because of how much there is to this show. From virtual reality to an alien invasion, the philosophical undertones, and all the classic sci-fi elements that we all love. You will probably really love this show if you are into those themes. And I'm probably not doing it justice at all by any means. It's one of those shows that you can't fully explain without giving everything away. It's just another show that will really leave you wanting more. Currently, it has been renewed for a season 2, and it's set to likely release in 2026, so now is the perfect time to watch it with its season 2 on the way. Coming from the UK, starring Ella Purnell, another show based on a novel of the same name. This one comes from Sky Atlantic, and it honestly surprised me. I normally am not that big into the whole murder drama vibes, but this was another role by Ella Purnell that I was extremely happy with her acting in. It follows her journey from a shy, introverted woman who was ruthlessly bullied during her school years, and who is still constantly pushed around by everyone in her life to her becoming more and more confident by not so normal means. Following her father's death, her life starts to take a bold turn, shall we say. You could probably guess what that twist is.
Go on, guess.
But honestly, this was another show that took me by surprise and I was quite happy about. I can't really say what the twist is without giving too much away, obviously.
No spoilers.
But if you enjoy dark comedies, thrillers, some mystery and drama, or if you just adore Ella Purnell like I do, then this is definitely a show that you will enjoy. Thankfully, Season 2 is confirmed to be in production, and Season 1 released back in October 2024. So season 2 is likely to be released either late this year or early 2026. Which means now is the perfect time to watch season 1, as you won't have to wait that long for the next season.
Thank God.
Now, this show has many categories given what it's about, and if you are into some mind-bending psychological twists, then this is a show for you. Starring Tom Holland as Danny Sullivan, this Apple Limited series will really screw with your mind. This show is actually based off of a real person, and that person is Billy Milligan. And if you are unfamiliar with who that is, in 1977, a 22-year-old was arrested for the kidnapping, robbery, and, I don't think I can say that on YouTube. I'll just say very bad things to 3 women around the Ohio State campus, and that person was Billy Milligan. Now you're probably thinking, well, okay, that's pretty damn terrible. But that doesn't sound like an interesting TV show to base things upon. Well, here's where it gets weird. Billy Milligan was the first person ever to be found not guilty by reason of insanity due to multiple personality disorder, now formerly known as dissociative identity disorder, or DID. He instead was sentenced to a decade in psychiatric hospitals rather than prison. And that is exactly what this show is based upon.
You guys will love it, trust me.
Now I can't go much further into details without completely giving everything away, but trust me when I say, even with everything I've said and told you about, you will not expect how this all plays out in the show, and Tom Holland did an excellent job of portraying that. It really threw me for a loop. Mind you, I didn't know who Billy was before I watched the show, but regardless, this is definitely a show that you will not be disappointed with. Set in the ever-loved, brutal ancient Rome, Those About to Die is pretty much exactly what you expect from the ancient Roman aesthetic. Starting off with the classic love for blood and brutality from the standard ancient Roman games. It mainly follows the introduction and establishment of the gladiator games, but starts off with the first incarnations of them. And that being the chariot races, followed by the combat that took place before or after them. It's definitely one that does not hold itself back in terms of brutality. The show has basically everything you could want from a Rome-inspired drama. Gambling, debauchery,
Boobies, boobies, boobies. Nothing but boobies.
Boobies!
murder, political plots, and all that other good stuff that comes with them. It even has Anthony Hopkins and stars the really weird and creepy guy from Game of Thrones. This dude. Yeah, you know who he is. I don't need to say anymore. Sadly, at the time of recording this, there is no official confirmation for Season 2. However, it also has not been officially cancelled either, so there is hope on that front. If you are into all things ancient Rome and shows like them, this one is definitely for you. Set in Argentina, a mysterious snow starts to fall, and it isn't just your typical normal awesome snow like we Canadians all love.
Snow! 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 Snow!
This snow starts to kill everyone and everything it touches. It mainly follows a group of people and their struggle to survive in the apocalypse. Though the snow is wrapped in sci-fi mystery elements, it does focus a lot on their struggles, and all that comes with survival. As the show progresses, it is revealed that the snow was just the beginning of an alien invasion. And I can't really say much more than that because it would give away some really interesting plot points. The show picks up fairly quickly, and everything starts to hit the fan within the first couple episodes. And as far as shows go, it was a different approach to an apocalypse and a first contact, so to speak. This is a series that again is based off of a pre-existing IP from 1957, and this one has also been renewed for a season 2. At the time of recording this, there is no set release date yet, but it's expected for a summer 2027 release. Another series coming from Netflix, this one set in Germany. This show is more of a psychological thriller than sci-fi in my opinion. It follows a family as they move into a decades-old smart home. Unknowingly, they reactivate and awaken its long-dormant AI housekeeper, Cassandra. Originally intended to take care of the family, the AI starts to go, wonky, we will say.
Damn, bitch is crazy.
As things start to go wrong in the household, you can sort of imagine what's going to happen with this one. I will say, this show had some really creepy and honestly just disturbing moments, especially in some of the scenes with the children. The things this robot creep show does is just really messed up. I don't want to give too much away, but this one has some Shining vibes to it as well, if you catch my drift.
Here's Johnny.
So if you're into robots going rogue, people losing their minds, this one is definitely for you. To me, even her robot form is just extremely off-putting. It's an incredibly eerie series, and it is one that if you haven't seen it, it definitely deserves a watch. This series is also labeled as a mini-series, and there's no news of a season 2, nor do I think there will be, honestly. It hasn't officially been renewed or cancelled, but I personally doubt that there will be a second season, judging from the ending. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Well, crap. This one is an oldie.
Suck it, old man.
But I recently watched this one, and honestly, for how old it is, it still holds up pretty well. And up until not too long ago, I didn't even know it existed. But it's definitely worth a watch. Coming from Stephen King and originally released on ABC, as far as I can find. Although I'm willing to bet that it was released in other places as well. Hell, you could probably find this one here on YouTube nowadays.
Hint.
In classic Stephen King format, this show is only a mini-series containing just 3 episodes, and just like the classic version of The Stand. No, not that garbage remake version from 2020.
It was awful.
This one is actually really good. Set in 1989, the people of Little Tall Island, Maine. Why would it be anywhere else? The people of Little Tall Island prepare for a powerful blizzard that is about to hit, and one of their residents is brutally murdered by a newcomer to the town by the name of Andre Lenoge. This newcomer seems to know every detail about the town and all the people in it. Nobody knows who he is, and he continually repeats himself saying, "Give me what I want and I'll go away." As it progresses, all the residents take shelter in the town hall from the blizzard. They all keep having dreams of the legendary disappearance of the lost Roanoke colony and the word left behind etched into the tree Croatoan. That is one of the things that I absolutely love from the classic Stephen King books, series, and movies. There is always some truth to real-world things that gets slipped into them for the most part to make them more believable. They definitely don't make them like that anymore. This one is one of those shows that you could easily binge watch all the episodes of. I think it's like 4-ish hours total. And honestly, it's become one of my favorites from all of Stephen King's miniseries. And yes, the ending sort of feels a bit rushed. I feel like it could have easily had another episode or two, but relative to the story's progression, it is still really good. I can't overly explain any more than that without directly giving away the main plot or mystery that it has. But I highly suggest if you haven't seen this one just like I didn't, go watch it. You will definitely enjoy it. And before you say it, yes, I do have a thing for winter apocalypses or winter themes in shows. Well, what can I say? I love snow. This show is pretty new, and I don't know for sure how popular it is, but boy was I pleasantly surprised at how good it was. Now, it's listed as a political thriller, and I'm not big into that genre, so I tend to avoid those types of shows overall, but honestly, I think it's more sci-fi post-apocalyptic mystery than anything else, and it leans heavily into those elements. Thankfully, I took a chance on it, and I was not disappointed. It follows the story of the Secret Service agent who is protecting the president. After a supervolcano sends a massive wave across the globe, basically obliterating every single thing it touches in a mass casualty event, of course, we as humans do what we do best and decide to immediately turn on each other, fighting for every resource we can get. In typical fashion, the rich have already built their own massive city underground to survive the end of days. I don't want to give much more than that away, because honestly the trailers didn't do this show any justice about what it actually was about, and I was honestly really surprised as to how good it really was. I was expecting a lot more of a political drama from the trailers, that's what I was expecting. And it really wasn't all that much of a political drama in that sense, like I thought it would be. It has quite a good story as humanity struggles to survive the end of days and the lead up to the end of the world. The flashbacks and jumping between the time periods that led up to when shit hits the fan actually really help the story progress as the clues are slowly given out to us. And they never felt like, oh, here we go again with the flashbacks, like a lot of TV shows end up doing. This show being pretty new, there is no set release date for season 2. However, it is expecting an early premiere in 2026, given that the production of season 2 already started back in spring of this year. So fingers crossed, and let's hope that it comes back quick. And last on this list is a show that still has me trying to wrap my brain around what the hell is happening in this place. This show takes place in a mysterious nightmare of a town somewhere in the United States, a place that no one can leave once they enter. As soon as you see this log, it's game over, man. You are stuck. And to make matters worse, every night creepy creatures come out to play. And God forbid if you get caught by one. These creatures will do everything in their power to try and lure you outside, trick you, pretend to be your loved ones, or even use others as bait to get you to come outside. And to make it even worse, they can't die. You can't kill them or injure them. They are virtually unstoppable killing machines, and they do not do it nicely. The show focuses on the survival of all the people in the town and the de facto leader and town sheriff, Boyd. They use talisman thingies to protect themselves inside their homes, buildings, or structures, as the creatures seem to not be able to go into those places when they are hanging. This show has 3 seasons so far, and the 4th is on the way, expecting to release in early 2026. And honestly, in terms of shows in the past 5 years, this is one of those shows that I'm really hoping they stick the landing on, and it doesn't end up like Lost did. So far, it has been one of the better shows in the past couple years. There is seriously so much weird things happening and still so many questions and mysteries to unfold, and without giving too much away, if you are into mystery, sci-fi, horror, freakish monsters and creatures, and I'm pretty sure some weird obscure curses, this show is definitely for you. It's by far one of the better shows that I've seen lately, and I'm really looking forward to season 4. If you haven't seen this show, now is the perfect time to binge watch all 3 seasons, seeing as the next season is on the way. Well, that about wraps up this list. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're like me, trying to find a good show to watch can be a nightmare sometimes. And spending the time to actually pick one can be more time consuming, frustrating, and just tedious than actually just picking one and watching it. There is so many choices nowadays, so choosing the wrong one can really suck and end up being just a giant waste of time. Hopefully, I can help you narrow them down and save you all that wasted time. And I really hope that I did. If you all like this type of video, then I will continue to make more of them. Let me know what your thoughts are on these shows, or if you decided to give them a go, or have even seen any of them. If you have any other shows that you feel should and could be on one of these lists, definitely do let me know down below. For now, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss a single video that gets released. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.